shakalaka, with Credit Suisse about to become the next Lehman Brothers and some of the biggest crypto influencers suggesting there is much more room for a downside. Today's video, we're going to take a look at some potential scenarios for where Bitcoin could end up by the end of October. Stay tuned. What's up everyone, Randall here from Crypto Love. Today's video, we're taking a look at where Bitcoin could end up by the end of October, especially with the overall general market pessimism, bear market in full swing. Before we get into it, guys, make sure to like, subscribe, click the notification bell. Come join us over on Twitter at @TheCryptoLove. Push the like button. And today, Extreme Fear 24, same place we were yesterday, up a bit from last week. The overall market down 1%, Bitcoin at 19,215, Ethereum at 12.93, BNB at 286, XRP 44 cents, Cardano 42 cents, Solana $32, and Dogecoin 5 cents. And if we take a look at the Bitcoin charts, we have just broken below this support trend that we had right now, coming very, very close to the 280 weekly moving average, historically the lowest moving average Bitcoin finds support at. If we break below there, which is right now at about $18,764, well, Bitcoin has a long way to go before we'll find any support, roughly around this $13,500 area, which has been projected by this big head and shoulders formation right here. And we have right now a lot of negative sentiment across the markets. Game of Trade saying the future of the world doesn't look good. Despite financial tightening, global debt as a percent of GDP is ticking back up. We can see all this quantitative tightening hasn't really helped as global debt is ticking back up. As a matter of fact, people are scared right now. Retail traders, small traders, just keep loading up on puts. This is basically an option to buy back in at a lower price, betting on the market going down. We've right now seen record put buying since 2000. Are they in for a massive payout or record losses? Because right now there is a lot of fear on the market. Everybody is talking about how Credit Suisse is becoming the next Lehman Brothers. And if you guys remember, Lehman Brothers is what caused the crash of 2008. And if you go back to the Genesis block of Bitcoin, that was the headline in that block talking about markets crash. Bitcoin founded to help prevent things like that. Did it actually help? We're about to find out. But some of the largest influencers out there, like Willy Woo and William Clemente, saying, hey, the bottom may not be in for Bitcoin just yet. This is one way of visualizing maximum pain. If we take a look at the Bitcoin supply underwater, we can see that right now it's very similar to where it was before we had that giant 50% crash back in November of 2018 or 2019. Same distance we were away from there. Same distance we were right before the COVID crash as well. So definitely a lot more downside. This is pointing towards a $10,000 area. Also, if we take a look here, record drawdowns from all-time highs. Guess what? We're at 73% right now. Previously, COVID, we were at 76% drawdown. 2018, we're at 84% drawdown. So definitely a lot more to go until we compare to like 2018 or 2015 where we were 85% drawdown. We are not at those levels just yet. And if we take a look at the difficulty per issuance pricing model, so every coin has a value. The key is finding it and tracking it. What price do those who work for Bitcoin's consensus need? Basically, how much does it cost to mine Bitcoin? Right now, we would be at this solid line, probably the fair value model, but it could definitely go down a lot lower. At COVID bottom, also at bottom in 2019, we were a lot lower. This could suggest also the $10,000 price. Right now, Bitcoin needs greater than the 45 RSI to escape this box. We have never been this low in terms of Bitcoin RSI. While most charts are pointing to a potential macro bottom, Bitcoin monthly RSI is currently below previous bottoms, defying historical price structure. Let's see if Bitcoin does its homework during October, bounces back, or if we have a break in Bitcoin's historical NGU technology numbers go up technology. Now, On-Chain College here saying that Bitcoin long-term hodlers on average continue to sell at a loss. This is normal cyclic behavior of Bitcoin bear markets. We can see at bear markets, long-term hodlers sell at a loss. This happened in all previous bear markets. No different in this time. And this is an interesting chart. Bitcoin is currently trading within its mining cost areas, which extend from $16,000 to $26,000. And Bitcoin price has never dropped below them. Now you can see back here in 2018, we were hovering right above that band before we dropped into it. And then we were in it for a while. But guess what? We've already been in it for a long time. It's actually been support already way back in June at the bottom right there. So could the price continue to drop like we saw on previous charts? Or is that mining band already in? That's an interesting chart. Now, 5.0 Money Maker saying, here's a thread about why I do believe Bitcoin bottom is in and why we're currently in accumulation phase. Now, TLDR. Basically, we have a 1 year span of almost sideways price movement in both of these tops. We have a trend line that corrects, where we basically are underneath the trend line for roughly 6 months before breaking above it. And as we can see, the same thing, if we can break above that trend line in 6 months, we might also be right there. So maybe the price is going to be headed back up in the near term. As a matter of fact, Bitcoin right now is forming a descending channel. Such a pattern is considered a bullish pattern. Once it breaks out to the upside, potentially headed towards $30,000. There's actually a new, better RSI for Bitcoin. As if the regular RSI wasn't good enough. The BRSI, the better RSI, is good, but better. This red signal right down here on the better RSI, it doesn't happen often when the BRSI breaks below this purple band, but each time it does, this has indicated the bottom was already in for Bitcoin. And if we take a look at this price support here, the weekly Chand null stop, it signals a start of the macro bull runs. Each time previously, we bounced off of that to begin the next phase of the bull run. We are right now just basically going back and forth on this Chand null stop plot, which brings us to avocado season soon for Bitcoin. We can see here that each one of these cycles has a nice little bounce in the RSI. We can see that we have had a turning of the RSI going on right here, potentially the bottom already being in for cycle 5 of Bitcoin, where we could see 17x gains, which would put Bitcoin roughly $400,000, which brings us to where could we end up in October. Now, if we take a look at historically monthly returns for October, October is one of the best months for Bitcoin, other than November, which is the only month that's better. Historically, October has been one of the best months for Bitcoin. Now, if we take a look, based on different years, we have Bitcoin headed to somewhere between $16,500 to $30,000 from where we are right now. So the 16,000 was 2014, 18,500 is 2018, 2019 would be 21,500, 2016 would be 23,000, 2020 would be 24,000, 2015 26,006, 2021 would be 27,193, or 2013 2017 would be 30,107. So it all depends on basically which year which we could go. But on average, we can see that the mean returns for October is 25%. That would put Bitcoin roughly at about $25,000 by the end of November. And November has roughly 50% gains, which could put it roughly 37.5 by the end of November. And if you watch Alessio Rastani's videos, you know we just had a kiss of death, which historically has 2 bullish months afterwards. So if we have October, November bullish afterwards, we could potentially see that type of pump incoming. But it all depends on if the world doesn't fall apart first. So that's all for today's video. If you did enjoy it, push the like button. Helps out a lot. I'll catch you guys later. Have a good one. Love you. Peace.